this is Tara from Maui Now. So many of our local businesses have been going through a hard time right now with the current circumstances, and we wanted to give them a chance to share how they're maneuvering during this difficult time. And today we have with us Nancy LaJoy, Executive Director of Pacific Cancer Foundation. Nancy, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you? It's good to see you.
It is good to see you too. I'm so excited to have you on today. I've been seeing a lot of things that you're doing, but to start kind of in the beginning, I'm familiar with Pacific Cancer Foundation, but I know some people watching may not know, what you guys do. Can you give us a little background on what Pacific Cancer Foundation is?
Sure. So we are a Maui-based nonprofit, and we provide free support services for Maui's cancer community. We have patient navigators, we have a care coordinator, nutritionists, licensed therapists, a whole host of wellness classes, all provided free for cancer patients, survivors, and their caregivers or supporters.
And very involved in the community for those of us who have seen all the different things that Pacific Cancer Foundation has done. But with all of the COVID-19, how has that affected Pacific Cancer Foundation?
Well, our priority is really first and foremost supporting our cancer patients and our medical community at the hospital. We are here 24/7 for our patients. Our navigators and our hospital team are operating now out of the Cameron Center offices, and they are live and available to answer the phones Monday through Friday from 8 to 5, and the number there is 242-7661. So in our offices each day is a combination of either a navigator, care coordinator, or our nutritionist, and they're still working with patients every day. All of our services are available virtually now. You can talk to people live on the phone, you can email with them, or you can set up these great Zoom and telemedicine options as well.
And as you mentioned, some of the services that you're doing virtually, I've seen some of the emails. Can you share a little more about the online services? Because I know that I've found them to be very interesting that you're able to do these types of things online now for people.
Sure. Well, our main services that we provide are our patient navigators, and that's where people usually start. So if someone's newly diagnosed or has been going through cancer treatment, or even if they're on into survivorship, the first place for them to connect is with a navigator. A navigator helps them sort out where they are on their cancer journey and assist them in providing the best services available to them. Sometimes these services come through our office, and sometimes we partner with other nonprofits in the community, depending on what their needs are. Even in this time of COVID-19, it's really important for people to have the extra support right now. Our cancer community's been hit pretty hard on Maui with the COVID-19, and people really need the extra support right now. Just having a cancer diagnosis alone, as you can imagine, is very frightening. There's a lot of anxiety and fear that goes along just with that diagnosis, and then you put COVID-19 on top of that, and that really heightens it for people. So we really are there to support people through their journey, and those navigators are trained to help people figure out what their needs are and help get them through their treatment and along on their journey. So they'll recommend for people to speak with a nutritionist. We do have nutritional support available. We're still giving out cases of Ensure, and we have an organic product called Cape Farms that's available for those that need it, as well as consultation with our nutritionist. Our licensed therapist is available on Mondays and Thursdays, virtually, our virtual group sessions, and our men's group is every other Wednesday. So those are all going strong. All of our wellness classes are still all virtual, and actually we've seen a real increase in a lot of them virtually. People are really getting tuned into using their computer and going online for stuff. This weekend we have an introduction to meditation class going on Saturday. And our regular meditation group meets every Tuesday evening at 5:15. Our Qigong classes are available on Mondays and Fridays, all virtual. So that's going on. We have a book club that starts on May 14th, and the book is called The Book of Joy. So perfect timing for reading something like that, right?
Okay, right.
We also have yoga classes available, and our yoga teacher is also doing something new called Take 10, where it's 10 minutes of breathing, 10 minutes of meditation, 10 minutes of yoga, and 10 minutes of music therapy. And that's happening 3 days a week. It's really easy to access all these things by jumping on our website. Once you register for the class or the workshop, you're sent a Zoom link. Our admin staff is there to provide support for people who haven't used those links before and help them get set up with it. A lot of them are also available on the phone. So you can, if you don't have access to the computer, you can always tune in on the phone as well.
Okay. Well, I think I would enjoy some meditation, 10 minutes, like you listed. I think that everyone could use a lot of that right now. That's really amazing that you're able to offer those services still and have people connect, to be able to do yoga and meditation and still talk to navigators and feel taken care of during this time.
I think our staff has really gone the extra mile in trying to be really creative with coming up with some new programming, being able to be there for our patients and put them first, and also our admin team with being really tech savvy for getting all this stuff set up so quickly and helping people access it. So it's really been a team effort, and they've really done a great job.
Do you think now with some of these changes that you've made that when things go back to business as usual, that you may modify some of the things with your business that you've learned from this experience?
I'd like to be able to still keep a lot of the virtual programming going, because we really have seen an increase in people using the online services. So whether it was the fact that people were working and couldn't attend the class, or whether it was just that maybe they were more comfortable doing it from the privacy of their home. Maybe people didn't live close to us in downtown Wailuku, and so it's easy for them to access online. But as long as we're getting the services out there to people, that's what's really the most important.
And the Paddle for Life is such a huge event that a lot of us have had the privilege of, participating in. And what are your thoughts on that for this year's event?
Well, our Paddle for Life happens in October. This year will be our 12th annual. And it's really one of our biggest events. Not only is it a fundraising event, but it's also just a huge event of cancer support. We're still in the planning stages for it. We certainly don't know what's going to happen come October, but we are signing up our teams already and getting registered and working on that pre-planning stage. So if there are people who are interested in participating with Paddle, they can reach out to us, jump on our website. Team captains, if you're listening, go ahead and get your teams registered just as you always would, and we'll go from there. Okay.
Well, I'm glad to hear that everyone can still continue to move forward and see how things play out. I know that as a team, being able to participate, it's one of the neatest experiences that I've been able to do, to be a part of that and support something for the community in a beautiful way. So that's really exciting, and we hope that that goes on this fall. Any other events or things that are on the horizon? Or
well, we'll still in the same thing in the pre-planning stages for our gala that happens in November, and it's always the Saturday before Thanksgiving. So we're still moving forward with the planning of that as well, and we're just keeping our fingers crossed that by this fall people will enjoy getting out and exercising and taking part in the paddle, or being able to go to an event like the gala where they'll be able to see people and socialize and have a wonderful evening.
Since I have you on, is there anything else that you would like to share with the Maui community?
I'd just really like to let people know that we're still here. We're still operating Monday to Friday, 8 to 5. You can call our offices, 242-7661. jump online and look at our offerings of classes and workshops that we have. And for the people who have the means to really continue to support us. We are a nonprofit, and we're struggling right now too, just like everybody else is. And our cancer community could really use the extra help. So a lot of services have changed right now. So connecting with navigators are really the best way to access a lot of the services.
Okay. Well, thank you, Nancy. It's great to see you, and thanks for coming on with us. And we wish you all the best.
Yeah.
And we look forward to hearing how things hopefully get better here in the next while. But thank you again for coming on. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Tara. Bye.
Take care. Bye.